here live at the Hollow, 14532.
I would have said that. I have the address down.
You have it down, Dylan.
14532 Brook Hollow.
There you go. You got Dylan Emery in the house from the Ticket 760, the Fanatics. Thank you for being
Which,
here.
by the way, breaking news.
What's that?
#1 podcast downloaded in the city of San Antonio.
And there you go.
Just found that out today.
And you know what? I know that there's something about that we need to share with everybody.
What's that?
It's free.
It is free.
It's
free.
free.
So download it. It helps me. It pays the bills for my kids and everything else in the world.
Action, all that.
I don't want to be like Mike Gundy and be fired.
My gosh, what a day!
It's been a day.
What a day
normally these firings happen at the end of the season.
Yeah.
But with Mike Gundy, I think they're 18 years too late. It's about time that the little brother up there in Oklahoma did something. But when you lose to Tulsa,
you can't lose to Tulsa. You can't lose to Tulsa.
Look, I've got family in Tulsa.
Oh boy.
You don't lose to the Golden Hurricane. Why are they called the Hurricanes? Somebody want to tell me that? Why are they called the Golden? It's not Hurricanes, by the way, because somebody will tell me that it's not Hurricanes. It's Hurricane. Did a hurricane hit Tulsa a long time ago?
No, I don't think so.
Last time I checked, it was a twister.
I don't know. A twister.
Yeah,
that is more like it.
Yeah, they should be called like the Tulsa Twisters. Dude, that'd be such a better name.
Switch it up.
Maybe Mike Gundy will coach the Pee Wee football team. Tulsa Twisters.
Oh my God! Are you? Obviously, you're not a fan of Mike Gundy.
No, never have been.
Okay.
He's a man. He's now 58, and he's collecting AARP.
Listen,
but that's a good buyout, though. I think it's in the millions.
Yeah.
If I was in any career profession, I wouldn't have chose radio host / insurance guy.
Well,
I would have chosen like a college football because there's always these buyouts.
But here you are.
Yeah, here I am.
But listen, I will say this: congratulations to your Oklahoma Sooners.
Thank you. That's right.
4-0.
Boomer. Anybody else in here a Sooner fan? Anyone? Hello. No.
Laney said, woo.
Auburn.
I do hear some booze.
And by the way, OU did not cheat. They actually asked the officiating about that play.
Did they?
Yep. It's called the substitution Ruski, which Pat McCaffrey yesterday on Twitter tweeted me back.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, love that dude.
Yeah, he's crazy.
When you sent that text message out, I was driving, so I could not reply to it. But Pat McAfee, you guys, Pat McAfee, right? He does the 11 o'clock show, former wrestler, former kicker for the
Indianapolis Colts.
Well.
And the West Virginia Mountaineers.
What?
Yeah.
Who? Okay. Anyways.
All right.
He tweeted you back.
He did.
I can't.
Twice. Yeah.
Had a conversation.
Well, it was like 2 words. It was, bruh.
Well, hey.
I mean, that's the conversation nowadays. They say, bruh, you know, so. No, but it was a good game. OU's 4-0. Texas is coming off a huge win.
Yeah.
I love the fact that Arch Manning flexed on a Sam Houston linebacker.
Oh my God! Did you see? I was like, chill out, bro.
55-0, and I'm like, that's what we're doing.
No.
Are you off this week?
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You can't.
OU and Texas are off this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, we could talk about the Cowboys. You want to talk about them?
Nope, I do not.
You sure?
I do not.
How about the Texans?
No.
I mean, there's special guest coming down, Marc Whyte. He doesn't want to talk about the Texans either.
We do have a very special guest
coming
in. And excited to talk to him because let's roll into basketball, which that's going to be happening here in the next few weeks.
T-minus
October 6th. Am I correct?
Media Day is coming. I'm getting ready to go over to the Spurs Media Day in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
I'll be hosting the Spurs pregame show and the postgame show. It's coming back. So we've actually got 2 pregame shows before the actual tip-off. So we're changing the ways over at iHeart. We just signed a 5-year deal with the Spurs, so we will be doing it for the next 5 years. So I'm excited about it.
I'm excited.
The Spurs are taking over because the Dallas Cowboys, they suck.
October 8th is the first preseason game.
See, October 8th. That's when I'll be busy.
That's what from here.
I got like 5 jobs.
I mean, at least 5 jobs. Yeah. Don't worry. There's going to be
Pat McAfee of San Antonio.
Yeah,
how about that?
Yeah. There you go.
I used to be a kicker too. There you go.
I know, but you I mean, could you still do it? Are you the Aubrey? Are you the Aubrey?
No, that guy's the man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Pay the man. Pay the man.
Got
right?
a couple comments, I think.
We've got some comments. Jerry, talk to me.
We have our first comment. We have Vanessa in the chat saying hi, everyone.
Hi, Vanessa. Thank you for watching.
Hello.
Who else we got?
That's it for right now.
All right. So,
early.
I'm looking in our audience right now. We've got Ricky Bobby over here on standby.
Who's all happy for his Commanders. Hey, for you.
41 to what?
They played the Raiders.
Hey, listen, a win is a win.
They played the senior citizen Pete Carroll Raiders.
Give him the win, please, because the Cowboys didn't do crap.
Well, they did in the first quarter.
Okay.
And the bar is like really agreeing with me on
I
that
mean,
one.
they're like silence.
I mean, once the flea flicker happened and they made Caleb Williams look good,
it was terrible.
that was terrible.
It was
Which,
terrible.
by the way, Russell Wilson now benched
Yeah.
in New York. Now they're going with Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart.
There's been a lot of moves in the NFL today.
Yeah.
Talk about a generational pool that just doesn't like being happy. They just
No.
move on.
You know,
So-
I did see that CeeDee Lamb did get fined for his little touchdown gesture.
Yeah, well, CeeDee
it
Lamb
was
is
like-
now gone for 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, well, he's got 14,000 to give away for that
So-
gesture.
So hold on.
14,000. That's like nothing.
Okay, so hold on. What was the gesture?
Remember
I missed
on what was it week 2 against the Giants where there was like a false start, then there was illegal use of hands, and then there was taunting. So he did this thing. He did the old gun
Yeah.
trick, the old
Okay.
OK Corral.
What was the fine?
14,000.
That's all?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I mean,
Just kidding.
I'd like to
Wow.
know, where do those fines go to?
Back to the
I don't know.
NFL.
Do they go back to the NFL?
I would think so.
They don't need the money.
They do not need the money. Or do
Patrick
they?
Mahomes finally won.
But you know what? We'll come. We'll
Okay.
talk. We'll
All
talk
right.
about
I'm just-
that. We'll
I'm
talk
just
about
saying.
that. Hey, you guys, you that are watching us right now on the Trending with Trudy show on YouTube, on Spotify, on Facebook, on Instagram, y'all be sure to come over here to 14532 Brook Hollow. We are live, and we have a very special guest coming up, and we're going to be taking some live questions.
Yeah,
and
this show's for you guys.
Yeah.
Everybody, I can have questions all day. You can have questions all day, but this is not what this is for today. This is for you. This is your podium. This is for questions to ask about what is going on with the San Antonio Spurs, what is going on with downtown, what is going on with the future of our city. And this is what we're using the podium for. So it's up to you who's watching. It's up to you out in the bar that's listening and looking at us. We want your questions because you got to be educated enough to know what's going on in your city, because just because you heard something passed, well, now the ball is in, not to use sports terms here, but the ball is in your court.
Yep.
And it's important for you to know the facts. And today we're going to give you the facts. We're going to give you what you need to know, what's true and what's false today when Councilman Marc Whyte joins us. And he's here. He's in studio.
yes, he is.
I would say studio, but I guess this is our traveling studio, but he's in here today. He's already been talking to some of the bar patrons that are out here. He's answering your questions. And guys, I've had the privilege of interviewing him not once, but twice, but 3 times. And it's very straightforward, and he's very straightforward. And he represents not only me, he represents y'all. And so it's important that we get out there and we do what we need to do November 4th.
It's
You
coming
know,
up.
You got to vote. I mean, if you don't vote, you don't have a word, and part of this, and the biggest thing about expansion of your city, yes, we can elect council members. Yes, we can elect San Antonio officials. It's up to us if we want to extend our city and make our city something that is called, and I'll say this all the time, the 7th largest city in America. It's time that we start acting like it. So anyways, I'm off my podium.
That's okay,
it.
but hold
I'm out.
on.
See ya.
No, don't
Okay,
leave. Don't
okay,
leave.
don't leave
It's
yet.
early.
Gotcha.
We have a comment. Sandoval, talk to me.
Yes, we got Bryce Simmons in the chat saying yes. Hello from everyone from Origin Spa.
Hi, Bryce. Thank you.
Shout
Oh, I
out.
see y'all
Like
over
it,
there
love it.
from Origin Spa. Thank you,
And
guys.
so the fines for the NFL,
Yes.
they go for charitable purposes. So the NFL Players Care Foundations and the Players Assistance Trust.
Okay, I need to figure out how to hack that system and put the direct deposit into my account.
Absolutely.
For those fines.
We can share it.
Yeah,
we can share it.
$14,000. It's like a slap on the wrist, isn't it?
A little bit. A little
don't know.
bit. Yeah,
I
I would
don't know.
think so. I would think so. Anyways, you guys, I want to remind everybody that we are here live at the Hollow, 14532 Brook Hollow. You guys, I see everybody that has shown up. Thank you so much to Nina, Joe Earl, Selena, Tony, Paul Mary. I mean, Ricky Bobby, everybody, Jessica, Papa Henry. I think I saw Jared show up here. If I'm not mistaken. Steven, thank you all so much for being here. So I think we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. And are you ready to bring in our Councilman Marc Whyte here after the break and ask
I
the
am.
fun questions?
I'm ready.
Yeah?
Put him on the hot seat.
Oh, let's go. All right. So on that note, you guys, we'll be right back. Grab a drink, grab a snack. We'll be right back. Boom. That's your third base right there.
Coach headed to home there, Jerry,
We got one come in.
to make that 5-3, I believe.
Yes.
That was another Brad from Salvation Army. And guess what, you guys? He's bringing me a kettle. I'm so excited. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Right in here. You guys, look at this. But it's creeping up.
We were also
This one was okay. Okay. I like it. Oh, I was thinking the golfer. No, what's his name? What's
Ricky Fowler.
I mean, hey.
I don't know the name of it right now, but I've got a couple in my playlist.
So when it said Chemical Romance, I'm like, is it Lady Gaga? I thought it was Lady Gaga. I'm an idiot. I don't know.
Maybe she took the name.
I
on that one,
mean,
so.
yeah, I don't know. You never know. But I don't know if I would miss.
Gosh, I mean, look at all that good stuff. You guys, there's still time to come out. This is the first drop right now. Let's move over here. It's the first drop starting just barely at 12:10. So, I mean, there's still time to come to the door. It's 2,000 pounds.
Do not, but we do because it is customized. The customization piece comes from obviously the measurements. So for men, there's approximately 35 different measurements. Women, there's like 46.
Whoa.
Yes. So
Head
it's
to toe.
very thorough.
In and out. Like my
Yeah.
phone's ringing here. Sorry.
okay.
Yeah. So,
So that's
wow.
one piece of the custom.
Prior to like the red
carpet
the red
stuff,
carpet.
yeah.
I mean, would you love to be a host on the red carpet?
I would be horrible at
No,
it.
you would
I
not.
don't know celebrities.
You
I
guys,
don't-
she's a former TV host.
Oh,
like,
I can
come on.
BS my way through something, but I don't know. That'd be extensive.
And we're back. You're watching the Trending with Trudy show here live at the Hollow, 14532 Brook Hollow. You still have time to make your way over here. You've got Julie and Beverly over here serving up some drinks and some great food. So y'all be sure to make your way over here. But I'm super excited. We've got a very special guest today, our Councilman Marc Whyte. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Super excited to talk to you about all this fun information that people I feel are a little confused about, a little overwhelmed with. And you're here to explain. And we've got an open mic here. You guys make your way over here and let's ask some questions and tell me about how you're feeling about this Project Marvel expansion downtown for not just the Spurs, but for the city of San Antonio.
Yeah, well, again, thank y'all for having me. The first thing that I like to start with is everybody needs to remember that right now we are simply dealing with the Spurs Arena. Everybody's heard this Project Marvel term, right? That is a 10, 15, 20-year plan that's going to take many, many votes over the next, again, decade. And that involves redoing the convention center, the Alamo Dome, new hotels, all sorts of things downtown that will make up what could be a sports and entertainment district. But for the last 6 weeks or so, while all this has been in the news, we've simply been dealing with the Spurs Arena portion of this. And so that's important for people to know, because in November, when people go to the polls, that is all we're talking about here, whether or not we want to move forward with a new Spurs Arena downtown. And look, it's important to me that now that the term sheet has been finalized and the details of this deal are out there, that we get accurate information to people so they can make an informed decision.
So, the question I feel like that's going around mostly is, why do the Spurs need a new arena? The Frost Bank Center is great. The Alamo Dome is great. Why do we need a new arena for the Spurs?
So the first thing people should know is the city is who approached the Spurs about moving downtown. It wasn't the other way around. But with that said, the Frost Bank Center is what, 20 something years old now.
Yeah. 2003.
Okay. It is no longer a state-of-the-art NBA facility. And our Spurs deserve to have a top flight arena. But again, it was the city that approached the Spurs, because having the Spurs in downtown San Antonio, if you've been to one of these other cities, right? Chicago, Nashville, Columbus, some of these other cities where they have arenas or stadiums downtown surrounded by restaurants, bars, hotels, the economic development, the impact it can have if done properly on that particular city is significant. And so that's what the city's trying to do here.
And the one thing that I want to clarify too is you just said it. The city approached the Spurs. It wasn't the Spurs approaching the city, because we are hearing a lot of things out there, and we're going to go through the pros and cons here. But we are hearing that people are saying that, well, the Spurs want a new home and they're doing great, just fine in the Frost Bank Center. What do you say to guys like that? I mean, for you to actually tell me that on Sunday on the show was very eye-opening to me. So the city approaches the Spurs, and the economic development is going to be so key to bring them back downtown, because let's be honest, Councilman, we put them out to the east side 20 years ago, and we said to the city of San Antonio, and maybe this is where citizens like myself or somebody can get upset, is we said that we were going to do economic growth out to the east side. The Spurs have been voted the worst experience in the game for NBA. What do we say to those guys?
Yeah, so of course I wasn't around 20 years ago, and let's make sure we know that I wasn't involved in the process 20 years ago.
But now you are.
But yeah, and so here's the difference. 20 years ago, when the city did that, unfortunately, it was done without a plan. We said, yeah, we're going to get all this development out there, but there was no plan to actually do so. This time things are different because, and I'm sure we're going to get to it, the Spurs have guaranteed in this deal $1.4 billion in development guarantees, what they're going to do around the arena. That wasn't present 20 years ago. So we have a much, much better plan now. And look, this is something that, again, if done properly, can work for everybody. The Spurs were going to need a new arena at some point.
Right.
And again, they have made no threat to leave San Antonio. That has not happened. But what we do know is we've had cities all over the country, Las Vegas, Nashville, Seattle, Austin, that are calling because they want our Spurs, right? So we can have a win-win here where we get the Spurs, the state-of-the-art facility downtown, and do a deal that's going to be great for the citizens of San Antonio, because the economic impact, if this is done right, could be significant. Hundreds of millions of dollars coming into our community for our businesses, creating jobs and creating revenue that we can then use for all the other things that we need to do as a city.
Right. And I feel like there's a confusion or a lack of understanding that the taxpayers are feeling that they're going to be taxed higher. And and tell me, is that going to be a thing? Because from my understanding, I don't think that's the thing. It's the tourists that are coming in and listen, I want my nieces and nephews to enjoy a grand event, downtown. Sorry, I'm just saying, am I being selfish? Yes, I am. So tell me, who is going to pay the most part of this?
Yeah. So let's talk about the financing. 3 parts. Okay. Number one, the county portion of this is going to be $311 million. And that's what the vote is going to be on coming up this November. And that is paid for through a venue tax. That is visitors that use rental cars or stay in hotels. I mean, really, it's anybody, right? Yeah. But that's 98% visitors that stay in our hotels and use our rental cars. That's the $311 million from the county. Okay. Number 2, we have the Spurs. They're putting in $500 million, and they've agreed that any construction overruns, and let's take care of it, right? Let's be honest. We all know construction runs over. Right?
Absolutely.
The Spurs are taking care of everything over the $1.3 billion price tag. And the third portion of the funding is what everybody's calling the city portion. That is primarily, there's ground leases and everything that's paying for this, but it's also that PFZ money. And this is where the confusion is, because people are out there saying, man, the city money, why aren't we using that for streets and sidewalks and public safety and all these other things we need in our city? It is not allowed by law.
There you go.
This PFZ money is state sales tax money that the legislature a couple of years ago said certain select cities in Texas, San Antonio was selected, can use this money for entertainment purposes in basically this 3-mile radius. It can be used for convention centers. It can be used for arenas. It cannot be used for streets, sidewalks, and all these things around the city. People need to know that.
So what happens to the money if it doesn't get used for this?
Goes back to the state.
So there you go.
So it's like we use it or we lose it. And back to your point earlier, these cities that do this right, they can create a district where it's not the worst fan experience
Right.
in the league. You can go somewhere and have dinner before the game, then you can go to the game. After the game, you don't have to fight the traffic. You know, you can mingle again at a bar or restaurant, whatever it may be, and then go home.
Right.
Again, if done right, this could be good for the city.
But like my whole thing is that I want to take us back to the chambers when the vote was happening and when it was going on. A lot of citizens said, "Oh, we're good." Are we good? I mean, and that's the fear, and that's the reason why we have you on today, is because we have to be the ones that are going out there. It's up to us now. It's not up to you. It's up to everybody else, right?
Yeah, city council does not decide whether or not we're going to have a new Spurs Arena or not. The only thing we have done on council thus far is approve the term sheet. And I'll tell you why it was important to do so. Y'all remember one of those first meetings we had, and the clip went viral of the mayor and I going back and forth.
Absolutely. I think we've all seen that. Have we not, audience? Peanut gallery? Yes. Yes, we have.
And the mayor said, well, the city portion is this much if it's 1.3, but what if the stadium is 1.6? You know, then how much does the city pay? That really highlights the importance of why we needed the term sheet to be finalized, because now there are no guesses, right? If it's over 1.3 million, it's in the deal. The Spurs are paying
They're going to cover
for
that.
the extra. The citizens deserve to know the terms of the deal so that they can come to events like yours, ask us questions. We're holding community meetings. They can come ask us questions. The citizens need to know the terms of the deal so they can make an informed vote when they go to the polls.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think one of the key things is since I'll age myself, you know, growing up and actually going to the Spurs games at the old convention center.
Oh, yeah.
And then watching the Spurs move to the Alamo Dome, which you and I and everybody here knows that was not a basketball facility. There was some hope that Jerry Jones would be like, hi, we'll extend it.
Oh, good old Jerry
But
Jones.
what ended up happening is the Spurs go in there, they win a championship. And I think that was probably one of the few times where the Spurs were like, hey, can we get our own arena? But I think you're right, because having this new arena, when you look at the basketball schedule, ever since 2003, we have never hosted what? An NBA All-Star game.
Correct.
Why? Because of the rodeo. So I want to ask you this. If we vote yes to this, what are we doing with the Frost Bank Center? How is that going to be utilized in the future?
Yeah, so when people go to the polls, they're going to see two propositions that are on there. One is for the arena, right? And the other is for really the Frost Bank Center. It's for the rodeo and the dollars that are going to be used to improve the Frost Bank Center and the Freeman Coliseum for rodeo purposes. So those buildings aren't, you know, going away or being knocked down or anything like that.
And I think that's a fear for most San Antonians. They think, oh no, that's history right there. We don't want to see those taken down.
And they won't be. This money that's related to this county venue tax is going to go to, again, improve those buildings for rodeo and other purposes.
Then there you go. Go ahead, Sandoval. We've got a couple questions coming in.
First question is going to be, what if Proposition B fails in November? Are there any scaled back versions of the Project Marvel under consideration of unavailable to fund the new arena?
Yeah, great question. If the proposition fails, this new arena deal, I will tell you, is likely dead. There are potential avenues to try to get the additional $300 million that'll be needed, but it would significantly damage the prospects of getting a new arena for the Spurs here in our city.
All right. Second question is, what is the projected economic infrastructure cost to the taxpayers? How and what are improvements for Frost Bank area?
Yeah. So again, this is not going to raise people's taxes.
I think that's the biggest fear for everybody.
And if you have paid attention to city politics over the last 2 years and watched anything that I've done, people would know, believe me, if this was raising your taxes, I'd be standing at the top of the highest building in our city. And
The tower
And I'd be
of
yelling,
America's.
I'd be yelling, no, 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 because whenever the city tries to increase your taxes or increase fees or whatever it is, I'm adamantly opposed to that. This is not going to do it. As I said earlier, this is going to be paid for by the visitors. It's going to be paid for by the Spurs, and it's going to be paid for with this state sales tax money.
Okay, so we've got another comment, another question.
We got a comment saying from Pepe from Tacos and Salsa. He says, no question about it. Let's make it happen.
Pepe, thank you. Yes.
I agree.
Yeah, we agree with that. On that note, you guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Thank you, Marc Whyte, our Councilman Marc Whyte. And if anybody wants to come to the mic and ask a question, I would love that here. Are you ready to take some questions from the audience?
Let's do it.
All right, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back, you guys. You're watching the Trending with Trudy show with Dylan Emery and our Councilman Marc Whyte. We'll be right back. And it's Republic Graphics, a veteran-owned.
Bought the company about 2 years ago. And so, I don't know, it's just fun to have it if you're creative and get to do fun stuff and make stuff like this. We're a full functional print and fabrication shop, so we did a little bit of everything. We'll do everything from t-shirts, hats, to full wall build-ups, to building signage.
And so if a team were to want something like this, a team meaning, let's say 12 players on a softball team, how long does it take for those to come out?
So if you go onto the website at the Republic Graphics, tx.com, you go into the Athletic Buddy system. You'll see some of we already have set bodies.
Yeah.
So all we do is we take a picture. When you go to the order page, they'll send us a picture of the face or them in their uniform. And then what we do is we try to curtail it to that. We'll match it to that.
Yeah.
So match it to the number, we'll match it to the uniform, we'll match it to whatever. And then, we ship them out. So usually if we get an order, we can have it out to them within 3 to 4 days.
Wow. Hey, you guys, and we're back. We are live here at the Hollow. Are y'all awake over there? I saw everybody turn their heads like, yes. And here we are, you guys, live at the Hollow, 14532 Brook Hollow. You're watching the Trending with Trudy show. I've got a very special guest with me today, our Councilman Marc Whyte in the house, and my co-host Dylan Emery. Thank you guys for being here. I know we've had a couple comments and a couple questions about our Project Marvel, about our expansion downtown. I'm super excited about it. I will say I'm at liberty. This is my show. I can say what I want. I want it to happen. I will be voting for it. And like I said earlier, I am going to be a little selfish because I want my nieces and nephews, my family, to enjoy a bigger area of the Spurs nation, if you will. You know, everybody here loves the Spurs. I love the Spurs. I feel like, we saw Sean Elliott make his point not too long ago. And he said, a lot of the legends, Tim Duncan.
Yeah, and we saw Avery Johnson this past weekend. He came out and said San Antonio steps up. San Antonio will always step up. The one person, look, I'll be that guy in the room, guys. I know you guys want to ask the same question, but why is the mayor wanting to just kind of divert away from this whole project? I mean, at the first part was the delay that was caused. And then, of course, we see the infamous, back and forth that you guys have had. But I feel like what she is trying to do doesn't make me feel like she's from this city particularly. But why is she trying to create all this diversion with this new arena?
Can't tell you how many times I've been asked that same question. I'll tell you two things here. One, the request from her to pause and we need another economic analysis. Honestly, I thought was a little bit silly. We've had multiple economic analyses here, and really you don't even need an economic analysis to know that when a company wants to invest, all told, $2 billion in really a desolate area in your city, that is going to create positive economic impact for your city.
Correct.
Number two, frankly, I don't know that there is an economic analysis that can be done to measure the impact of the San Antonio Spurs on our community. But with that said, look, the mayor, if she is against this project, that's okay. I mean, everybody is entitled to have their own opinion on this. What bothers me is the misinformation that frankly is coming out of the mayor's office. All right. She talks a lot about the citizens are on the hook for $800 million. It's not true. She talks about taxes going up. It's not true. And then again, we should be using this money in other places around the city for all these other things. It's not permitted by law to do that. So again, the mayor is entitled to have her opinion on this, but I don't believe she should be spreading misinformation. And that's why I'm thankful to folks like you and others that will have city officials on to set the record straight and say, here are the facts, learn them, understand them, ask questions, and then make the decision for yourself in November.
No, I appreciate that. And I know that Ricky Bobby, who is part of the Trending with Trudy show, has a question. Okay, well, please step up to the microphone.
On, Jerry.
Yeah, you are.
Councilman, first of all, thanks for being here today. Okay, we all know the mayor's been kind of a thorn in the side in all this. So why not just let her have her independent review? Do you think that's going to bring her on board? I mean, my opinion is it doesn't going to make a difference. It's not going to make a difference. But why not just let her have it just to make her go away?
Yeah, so first of all, it may happen. And I think we still may do it. But what we could not do is pause finalizing the term sheet to wait for her independent review, because these economic analyses, they take 5-6 months to get done. They also cost anywhere between $250,000 and $500,000 to do. So if we would have paused, then the citizens would have gone to the polls in November without a finalized term sheet. They would have been voting on something without knowing the terms of the deal. That's why we couldn't pause. We needed to finalize the terms of the deal, and our very, very smart financial people with the city said, we are very comfortable with the economic analyses that we have. So we didn't need to pause. We could go forward and finalize the term sheet. But in terms of whether or not there may be another economic analysis coming over the next 6 months, maybe so. I don't have a problem with that. It's expensive. But look, if 6 members of council want to do it, then we're going to do it.
So do you think if she got that she'd come on board? I don't think she would.
Yeah, I mean,
that's my opinion, but I'm sure you have one.
I don't know. There's an expression in the law, right? I was an attorney before I got into this business. There's an expression in the law that says, when the law is on your side, you argue the law. When the facts are on your side, you argue the facts. And when neither are on your side, you just argue. Yeah. and it seems to me a little bit like the mayor's just arguing for the sake of arguing here. But my hope is she will reflect on all this. She will start getting out accurate information to the public. Again, this is democracy in action. The citizens are going to decide.
And let's hope that happens. But I think she thought she had an easier fight. But people of San Antonio and City Council, stood up to her. And I think she's a little miffed by what's going on here. But she's standing her ground.
You have to give her that.
We all got to keep fighting. So
we all have to keep fighting, whatever side we're on. And I'll tell you, I'm very appreciative of my colleagues on City Council, because it's not always easy to stand up to the mayor. But we had a group of folks that
appreciate you doing it.
Understood the deal. Yeah.
The one thing I want to bring up, because you just brought it up, and being a sports guy, I'm like, just thought of this. When you're saying the economic study, right? Can you do me a favor? If she does decide to do this, if you're in the council chambers, can you go to her and say, hey, can we not use the city of Philadelphia?
Oh, yeah.
Because
why
that
does
was
she go
the
to
biggest thing
Philadelphia?
to me. Is she went to Philadelphia, who has the 76ers, the Phillies, the Eagles, the Flyers. Of course they can say, we don't need a new arena. Why don't we do the city of Oakland? Why don't we talk about Oakland for a second? Has she ever wanted to sit down and study what that mayor did in Oakland, when the Oakland Athletics simply wanted renovations done to the Coliseum or whatever they call it? And guess what plays there now? SAFC gets to go there and play the Oakland Roots. And that's all they have left in the city of Oakland. You talk about a city that everybody says, no, you don't want to be like that. That is not where we want. But if she keeps doing this, to me, in my opinion, and the other people that follow my show, that's what she's going to end up doing to a city that is number 7 in the nation in population and is the 7th largest city in San Antonio. I get our history value. I understand. Let's not build a building 6 floors up from the Alamo Dome or the Alamo because we want the sun to always set on the Alamo. I know that, but we can build out and we can build better. And if we're studying Philadelphia, we're pointing in the wrong direction. Point her west,
I agree,
Councilman, and say, hey, look at Oakland. Why are we wanting to continue to do an economic study when the citizens know, and other council members like you guys, the 7 of you that stood up to her,
yep,
that you know the facts?
And on that, it looks like we have another open mic question. Talk to us, sir.
Councilman Whyte, thank you for making yourself available.
Sure.
How much in PFC dollars are we looking at giving back and giving up to the state if we don't use them and this gets voted down? How much money are we looking to lose?
Yeah, so the city's portion in this deal is $489 million. And so when you add up the 489 from the city, when you add up the 311 from the county and the 500 from the Spurs, that's how you get to the 1.3. Out of that 489 from the city, about half of it is the PFZ money. And again, as you mentioned, I mean, this is kind of use it or lose it dollars. And so, you know, I think the city is right to take a look at how we can use it to benefit our city.
That's great. That was a great question. And it looks like we have another question coming in from Tony.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you to all. Thank you, Councilman, for being here. Pure comment. All right. So born and raised in Detroit. I've been here 11 years, so I consider myself a Texan. But however, I saw Detroit. Everybody thinks of Detroit. By the way, Go Lions are on there. They're winning.
Oh, there you go.
But everybody looks at Detroit and has a thought about Detroit. And I watched Detroit be revitalized dramatically because of all the arenas coming downtown. And it turned the real estate, it turned the job opportunities, it turned just the culture. And it was a wonderful thing to see for the city of Detroit. So bringing it downtown, I think you're absolutely right. It brings huge economic growth.
Absolutely. Thank you for that comment. Thank you. And yes, go Lions. On that note, you guys, we have a couple comments coming up.
Yes, we have Jessica in the chat saying there are other smaller cities that have these amazing arena setups like Charlotte, Boston, and St. Louis, etc. It's so sad that we don't have a great setup like they do. And she continues, do you think Project Marvel will bring bigger businesses to San Antonio?
Yeah. So, you know, again, thank you for the comment and the question. And so we have to make sure again, and I'm going to say it every time, we are just dealing with the arena because Project Marvel as a whole is a lot bigger issue that's going to take years and years to develop. But I do think it can bring businesses to San Antonio. And when you look at the economic analysis that was done, the projections are anywhere from $300 to $400 million of additional economic impact will flow into the city if the arena is moved downtown. And so you know what happens here, right? When it gets to be the hot spot and the place where businesses are doing well, more businesses want to follow in their competitors' footsteps, right? And so, yeah, more businesses will want to come down here, and that'll create jobs for our citizens. And, you know, when I talk about it all the time, city council, to me, it's about number one, public safety. It's about number two, fixing our city's infrastructure. And three, it's economic development. How can we create jobs for our citizens? Because those jobs are how our citizens support their families, and we can get good paying jobs out of this as well.
Dylan, how do you feel about that? You have daughters that are going into college. They can stay here. They can come back.
I lived in Maryland for 3 years, but I've been here for, well, let me age myself, 42 years of that. You know, and the thing is that it's very important. But I also think you bring up a good point, and the reason why we hear everybody saying Project Marvel, we hear it in the comments, we hear it there. That is what's being projected out to the citizens of San Antonio is Project Marvel. Now, let's break down Project Marvel. That's a 10 to 20 year project. This isn't just going to flip itself in a year. It's not going to be an extreme makeover that we watch on 7 days and we see a bus move and there it is. Everybody's here.
If only.
The important key factor of having Project Marvel happen is what we do on November 4th, correct?
That's exactly right. And city staff will be mad at me for saying this, but it's just the truth. The city's rollout of this was not great, okay? Because when the city rolled this out last year, they rolled out the Project Marvel vision. And so a lot of that has confused folks as to what's actually going on right now. But you said it best. That's a 10 or 20 year vision for what can happen down there. And voters are going to get to decide on that over the course of the next decade. But right now, this is about an arena that, again, it will be good for the Spurs and could be great for our city if people go to the polls and decide to do it. But again, it's up to the citizens of this city, right? Do we want to do it or do we not? Get all the information and then make sure you go vote.
Right. And this is great information that we're getting here, you guys. And we've got a couple more comments.
We have Cleto Rodriguez in the chat saying, go Texans.
Oh, here we go, Cleto. Yes, go Texans.
And then we have Florence Emery in the chat saying the Pearl, us as an example of growth, how the Pearl revitalized.
Absolutely, Mama
I
Emery.
paid her for that question.
Absolutely, Mama Emery, your check's on the way. Okay.
But honestly, before we go to break and before we do anything, I want you to take this podium and I want you to preach. I know that we've been asking you questions and I appreciate it. And everybody here has appreciated all the comments and the questions that you've been able to answer. But I want you to address this district and this city and tell us what we need to do on November 4th.
Yeah, so I would encourage everybody. And by the way, early voting, I think, is 28 days away or so.
Yes.
Okay. So what everybody should do is go to the city's website, take a look at the term sheet. If you can't find it, call my office. We will get you the term sheet. We'll email it to you, whatever we need to do. Review it. And then if you've got questions, you can call my office. Each district, right? Each district in the city, each council person is going to be holding community meetings where city staff's going to come. A representative of the Spurs is going to come. We had ours last week. More than 200 people came to the Northeast Senior Center and asked the city manager, Eric Walsh, questions for an hour, asked the general counsel of the Spurs questions for an hour. Get informed on what the terms of the deal is. And then once you are, make sure you let everybody else know what the terms of the deal are. And then make sure you get to the polls in November, because this is really a critical time for our city. We are a great city, right? We have great, hardworking people. There's so much here. And this deal offers us an opportunity to retain the great culture of San Antonio, but also push us into the future if done properly. So get informed and then go vote.
I love it. Go vote. And it looks like we have a comment coming off of that.
Yes, we have Raymond in the chat saying, Councilman, the mayor has been hesitant about Project Marvel, but supporters argue it's essential for keeping the Spurs and bringing growth to San Antonio. Why do you think she's resisting, and what's your response? She seems to hate growth and the Spurs.
Well, and we kind of talked, that does sound like it, doesn't it? And I know we talked about this at the top of the show, but if you could just answer that, in a.
Yeah, look, I don't know that she hates growth. I don't know that she hates the Spurs, although I can certainly understand why people that have watched her actions over the past 60, 90 days may think that. But I'll tell you, it's her stance on this has been a little bit of a mystery. I think she understands the terms of the deal, but has wanted to slow it for whatever those reasons are. But look, she's entitled to her opinion. I just want accurate information in the hands of the people, and then let everybody decide whether they want to move forward on this or not.
I love it. I love it. So November 4th, right?
November
4th. Go out and vote, you guys. On that, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Oh, yeah.
Can I jump in?
Absolutely.
Because I've had a couple people say to me, hey, I don't live in the city of San Antonio.
Okay.
I can't vote. Remember, it's Bexar County.
Bexar County.
It's Bexar County. You don't have to live in the city of San Antonio to vote in this election. If you live in the city of Alamo Heights or Terrell Hills or Chavano Park or anywhere else that's within Bexar County, you can vote on November 4th.
Great information right there. Don't forget that, you guys. We'll be right back. Y'all hang tight. We'll be right back with Marc Whyte.
Welcome to The Hollow, located at 14532 Brook Hollow, your go-to spot for great vibes and nonstop action. Whether you're kicking back after a long day or meeting up with friends, The Hollow is the perfect place to unwind. With a wall of TVs, you'll never miss a second of your favorite games. Every seat is the best seat in the house. Grab a cold drink, enjoy some mouth-watering food, and cheer on your team in a lively, welcoming atmosphere. Casual nights out to high-energy game days, the Hollow brings the experience to life. And don't miss our annual events, like the legendary Hollow Crawfish Boil, a local favorite you won't want to skip. Come on in, make yourself at home, and stay a while. The Hollow is always serving up good times.
right, you guys, and we're back. Thank you so much. That was a great commercial break. That was a great conversation that we had here with our Councilman Marc Whyte here live at the Hollow, 14532 Brook Hollow. We've got a great crowd right now. Thank you everybody who has been, participating and asking questions. Thank you. I've got Dylan Emery as my co-host today. Sandoval, our producer, for pushing buttons. Thank you so much. And thank you for the Hollow for having us here. We're into week 4, sir, of NFL.
Is it over yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not quite yet. Listen, it's Tuesday and I'm still crying about the Cowboys. Councilman, who is your NFL team?
Well, I'm a Houston Texans.
Oh boy.
And yeah, I hear the laughter out there. It's been a rough 23 years, I believe.
23. Is that all?
I do want to give you hope, though. Okay, so
right.
running the numbers, the last team to start 0-3 and make the playoffs was back in 2018, and those were your Houston Texans.
Wow.
They ended up winning the AFC South. You guys have the Titans this week, and you've got the number 1 former UIW quarterback, Cam Ward, coming into town. You guys just released Gardner Johnson, the old vet safety. Can you get that first win against the Tennessee Titans on Sunday?
Well, I'd say without question, this is a must-win game. This is a must-win game. We're already 3 back in the division, and we just can't get out of our own way. If you watched on Sunday, there we were tied, marching down the field to take the lead, and maybe our best player, Nico Collins, fumbles the ball at the wrong time. That really encapsulates the history of the Houston Texans.
Yeah. So do you want to jump on a bandwagon of anybody else?
No.
That is
why would he go to Dallas?
No, that's what I was. That's not what I was asking.
I'm a ride or die. We're sticking with the Texans. We're favored this weekend. We're going to win and turn it around.
Favored by, 6.5 points?
And nothing to eat. Look, people don't gamble. If you do, it's 1-800-GAMBLER. I'm going to tell you about that, Charles Barkley. I'm just going to let you know, because the point system in the NFL can change drastically, especially when the Cowboys show up on a turf. Look at Green Bay. They lost to Cleveland. And right now, the line for Green Bay and Dallas right now, it's a safe bet, 6.5.
6.5.
That the Dallas Cowboys will lose.
Oh my gosh.
They're just nothing. I'm sorry. Green Bay is coming out of Cleveland after this one.
It's yeah. Oh, I hear
there some
applause.
cheeseheads in here?
I think so. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, and shall I name the name that's popping? That's my sister.
What shocked you about this NFL? Yeah. What game shocked you this weekend that you just went, what?
I'll tell you, last night, I thought that I think the Ravens are probably the best team in the AFC. And so to watch them lose, and I think that was in Baltimore last night, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So to watch them lose at home, it's a good Lions team, but to lose at home on a Monday night surprised me.
Yeah. So, what about college? Who's your college team?
Yeah, so I went to Wake Forest University,
Like
and
right.
Not a very strong football program every year, but we got some talent this year, and can we sneak into a bowl game? We'll see.
Okay, I like
Wake Forest is always known for that one upset, though. You guys will get that one upset where nobody calls it, and they'll just be like, well, Wake Forest just won. Hey, speaking of out of jobs, Mike Gundy.
Mike Gundy got fired.
Did we hear this today?
Yeah.
Anybody an Oklahoma State fan in here?
Oklahoma
'Cause
State?
if you are, we really need to talk. No, but Gundy out of a job after 20-plus seasons with Oklahoma State.
But still one of the greatest press conferences of all time.
Best
right?
conference.
Always.
He's a man. He's 40. Come after me. Well, they waited 18 years to come after him at 58. But, we've got the Red River coming up. Right. There's a bunch of Texas fans here. Are there
How many Texas fans
here?
do we have in here? Oh, yeah.
That's cute. Any OU fans in here? Just me?
Oh, just you.
OU's ranked 7th now.
Just you.
And by the way, they did not cheat against Auburn. The officiating got that wrong.
They did call that.
There you go. So I want to ask you this, because Arch Manning, right? You ever heard of a guy that's been so overhyped? He comes out and he flexes against the Sam Houston State linebacker like he's
not a good look.
and he's back.
Not a good look.
How are you feeling about this Texas OU game this year?
I think the Horns are going to win.
Ooh.
Okay, we used to be friends until now.
And
Hook 'em.
listen, it's been not an ideal start for Arch, but the talent's very, very obvious, and obviously he has the pedigree. And so, let's see what he does the rest of the way.
Do you think he's the number one pick in the NFL?
I don't think he will be, actually.
Okay.
What's the quarterback's name out of LSU? That's looking good. Nussmeier, right?
Not John Mateer out of Oklahoma. Early Heisman favorite, by the way, John Mateer, Oklahoma. All right.
Okay, there you go.
Sometimes I can say Oklahoma before we sign off today.
I mean, I feel like someone's going to come tackle you here in a minute. I don't know. I'm just saying.
And then, the
Might
Spurs,
be just Mike
right?
though.
We've got the Spurs season. Obviously, there's been about a 3-year kind of rebuilding process for these Spurs. What are your thoughts about the Spurs this season, seeing this young squad and their chances of potentially having back-to-back Rookie of the Years with Dylan Harper being drafted? Great name, by the way. And where do you see the Spurs this year? Are we going to the playoffs? Are we going to have a fiesta and playoffs again, or are we just going to have fiesta?
Yeah, I think we're going to have playoffs. Anything less than fighting for one of those top 8 spots, I think, would be a disappointment. We're going to have a top 10 player in the league in Wemby. We've got size, athleticism. We've got good guard play if Harper pans out as we think he will, and Castle on the wing. And so things are really looking good for the Spurs. I would expect them to compete for that top 8. I sure hope we have playoffs, man. This city is so alive when we get to go to those playoff games.
Absolutely.
So I'm
Absolutely.
hoping for it.
Honking the horns,
That's it.
and then rolling into Fiesta, like you said,
Telling you.
bring it in. It looks like we have a couple comments. Sandoval, talk to me.
We got Klepto in the chat saying, for the Texans.
Yep.
But he is saying that the Texans are coming back this week as they play Lanier.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
You just cursed your Texans.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
He did say he's a man.
Yeah.
And then go Horns.
Oh, of course. Yep. There it is.
Mama Emery says Boomer Sooner.
There we
There
go.
you go,
See?
Mama Emma.
Wonder where I get it from.
You owe her another $20.
And then
jeez.
Vanessa's in the chat asking if you're an Astros fan.
I am an Astros fan, and I'm
Go Stros.
nervous. We got a big week, right? 6 games to go, I think.
Yes.
We're going to need to win the majority of these to try to sneak in the playoffs. I think the division's out the window now, but let's get one of the wild cards and see what can happen.
Yeah.
I like that.
I
Rolled
like
the dice with the Astros for sure.
I like it. Speaking of wins, you guys, let's make sure we go out and vote November 4th, you guys, because look, again, like I said, this is my show. This is my opinion. And yes, I want Project Marvel to happen. I want the expansion to happen more than anything. I'm excited about it. So Councilman Marc Whyte, thank you so much for being here. Dylan, thank you for being my co-host today. I want to thank everybody that's been here asking questions, involved in all this fun stuff. I see everybody's having a great time. Y'all are a little quiet. Oh, you don't.
Look,
There we go.
I have all your work excuses. I will sign the sheets for you guys. You had an appointment today. You're now clear. You can go back to work.
Go back to
arrive
work.
at 5:30 just so you can come back here.
Yeah,
It's fine.
there you go.
Got you.
There you go. And you guys, thank you again. Follow us, like us. We are on Instagram, Facebook. Hello, Luke, who shows up late, but he's here. I just called him out. You like
Yeah,
that?
you did.
That's live for you. Instagram, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube. If you missed all this and you want to go watch it back, you can watch it on YouTube. Councilman, thank you again so much for being here. Looking forward to more events with you, and let's all go out there and vote.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Congratulations on all of your success, and I look forward to being with you again.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Sandoval, thank you so much, our producer who is pushing our buttons for us. Couldn't be here without you, so thank you guys so much. We will see you tomorrow live here at the Hollow at 14532 Brook Hollow. And I do want to say thank you to our staff, Julie and Beverly, serving up drinks and some great food. Their kitchen is open till 12 tonight. Y'all come by and see them, and we will see y'all later. You're watching the Trending with Trudy show. We will see you later. Bye, guys.